Hello, I'm Sarah and this is my channel, Something Shakespeare. Tomorrow is the 2nd of February and I am seeing the Tempest at the Royal Shakespeare Company at Stratford-upon-Avon. Just wanted to have a few thoughts before going of what I'm anticipating. The last time I saw the Tempest was at the RSC with the Simon Russell Beale production a couple of years ago, and it was a very visually impressive performance and a very strong performance because it was Simon Russell Beale. But I am really looking forward to see Alex Kingston as Prospero. I'm not quite sure what I'm anticipating because it's all change at the moment. Even the way that they've headlined this season with the subtitle of Power Shifts. So I'll be going in with an open mind. My standard is normally quite high going to Stratford. Let's just see what happens. Okay, it is the morning after of going to see the Tempest at the Royal Shakespeare Company in Stratford. So here is my review. First of all, what is the story of the Tempest about? If you don't know, the Tempest tells a story about Prospero, who is a usurped duke. His brother betrayed him. Prospero and his daughter were set to sea on a boat. They ended up on an island which Prospero then claims for his own. Prospero becomes the ruler of this island. He enslaves Caliban, an inhabitant, and Ariel, who is a spirit. And using his powers, Prospero brings the people who have wronged him to the island. What could potentially be revenge. There's also a romance story between Ferdinand and Miranda, and then a comedy story with the clowns of the Trinculo and Stefano, who are the clowns of the story, as they meet Caliban. So there is different themes all through, from love to revenge to forgiveness. But how was the production laid out? The production is set in some sort of modern setting. The theme of this production is recycle and reuse. The footprint of what mankind has done to nature's beauty is strewn. It's the only word for it across the set. Prospero has made her belongings, the stuff that she has is the stuff that's been collected from the waste that has come up onto the seashore. But it worked. It kind of took some settling into, and it still managed to be stunning in places as well. I always find with the Tempest it always takes a little bit to get going. No matter what production I have seen, it is a very strange one, and I missed Ariel in the very opening scene. I wasn't looking for her, and I kind of now wish that I had been aware of that movement. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the cast. First of all, we can't ignore the fact that Prospero is played by Alex Kingston. Alex Kingston from Doctor Who, Moll Flanders, ER, General Goddess. She was a wonderful Prospero. She was as I expected her to be. She was strong, she was clear. There was never any moment where I didn't think she knew what she was saying. So she's definitely safe hands for the part. Maybe I would have liked to have seen her being a little more tender in a few places, but overall, solid Prospero. The part as well of Prospero is just plain switch from father to mother, him to her. It all worked really well. Another main character that I want to talk about who really stood out to me was Tommy Simon. I hope that's pronounced right. S-I-M'_A-N. He played Caliban, but he approached it very thoughtfully. Physically was superb, and vocally for me was possibly the best on the stage. I was right at the back of the theatre. I was upper circle, back row, and I could hear perfectly, and eye contact was given, which was amazing to be remembered that there are people above the dress circle, and it is nice when we are engaged and involved in the production. Performer of the night for me. Elizabeth Freestone's production of The Tempest is very thoughtful. What has mankind done to this planet? What are we continuing to do to make that point? And it certainly gave you food for thought. There's plenty to read in the programme, and it will be interesting to see how the RSC is going to develop their green theatre, where they use and recycle. What can we expect? There was a very second-hand feel in this production, and it worked, but I'll be interested to see what will happen in future performances, in future productions. I really enjoyed the score as well. So first of all, sound effect. They had throughout the production, there was like the sound of the ocean just in the background all the way through, just that constant reminder of that you are on an island. So I really liked that. Music was by Adrian Quarterly, and it was lovely and mellow, and it just helped with that kind of enchantment, which is what The Tempest is doing to everybody on the island, is that you should feel enchanted. Moments that are, again, one of my favourite scenes is the scene with the spirits. Miranda and Ferdinand's union is being celebrated by Prospero. There's a spirit show, and it is beautiful and warm. They lit it nicely, and the delivery from the actors was just so heartfelt that this was a blessing. It was really warming. By the end of the production as well, I mean, I did go through that moment of feeling like I didn't want things to end, particularly during that spirit scene. At the end of the production, I felt emotional. I felt very sad, and yet happy of how the resolution was done, and it was gorgeous. By the end of the production, I felt I was emotionally connected. So, other great performances in this production has to be Stefano and Trinculo. It's a great partnership there. Stefano is played by Simon Startin, and Trinculo is played by Kath Whitefield. Good rapport, good bounce, worked really well with Caliban as well, and again made me laugh, so doing their job well. So would I recommend you to go and see The Tempest? Yes, I would. It was a good production. So my mantra for Something Shakespeare is I always think that Shakespeare should be approachable, affordable and enjoyable. Was it approachable? Yes, there is definitely a lot of responsibility in this production of how is mankind, what is our footprint, what are we doing? Was it enjoyable? Yes, I did enjoy it. I was happy by the end of production. Affordable, so I sat in a not the cheapest seat. I made sure not to sit in front of a pillar, but I did have a pillar slightly in my line of sight. But I would say yes, you can still see something at the RSC at an affordable price, and they often do things on the website to keep an eye out for ticket sales and stuff, so plenty of opportunity to get an affordable ticket at the RSC. You can catch The Tempest at the Royal Shakespeare Company Theatre until the 4th of March. From what I can see from the website, this isn't going to be a broadcasted production, so you do have a limited time to see this production, but it is worth going to see. I enjoyed it. I felt like I did miss a few things from being higher up, and yet at the same time you also see extra things like how the choreography of the stage. I got that advantage of being able to see. I think that's everything that I wanted to cover in this video. I hope you've enjoyed my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you have been to see The Tempest and what your thoughts were. I'd love to hear more thoughts about it. If you've enjoyed my ramblings, then please give me a like and maybe a subscribe, please. Any support would be gratefully received. Okay, until next time, thank you for watching.